Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television. A reminder of our top stories. Tension in the Jaya area of Lagos as mob kills 2 persons suspected to be kidnappers. Police battle to control angry crowd. Police tear gas group demanding return of President Buhari to Nigeria in Abuja says miscreants have hijacked protest. Federal government files for discontinuance of case against 7 banks over TSA, seeks out-of-court settlement. South African President Jacob Zuma survives another no-confidence vote in Parliament. For more on our top stories and others, please visit our website, channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. You can also watch us on the go on your mobile device. Log on to m.channelstv.com or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from the respective stores. Having the Channels TV and Channels 24 apps will give you access to news and updates. You also have the Eyewitness feature, so you too can be part of the news. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions to share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Well, now let's take a look at some other pictures you sent into our Eyewitness portal today. We begin with this image from Alakpere area of Lagos State showing a blocked canal. Our Eyewitness reporter says that this can have attendant health and environmental consequences on residents. Is pleading with the government to look into it. Moving on to roads is this snapshot showing the dilapidated state of a road in Awajigboko in Benue State. Our Eyewitness reporter explains that the road has caused a lot of trouble to commuters and is asking appropriate authorities to come to their aid. Also in Benue is this picture showing a flooded area caused by rain. Our Eyewitness reporter says lots of properties have been destroyed and is appealing to the government to look into the cause. And to electrical hazards is this photo of a high-tension pole attached to a building at Zarazong, Jos State. Our Eyewitness reporter is concerned about the danger this poses to residents, calling on relevant authorities to fix it. Well, our final picture is from Delta State showing a gully erosion in front of a building. Our Eyewitness reporter says it needs urgent attention. Thank you for all the pictures and we ask that you keep them coming. 2 patients with Lassa fever at the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, Luth, have died. They were admitted to the hospital for a few days in the last 1 week. According to the Chief Medical Director, Professor Chris Bode, who visited the isolation center of Luth, each of the patients presented symptoms very late and died despite efforts to save them. No less than 100 different hospital workers exposed to this case are currently being monitored. A resident doctor who took part in the autopsy was later confirmed with the disease and is currently on admission and responding well to treatment. 2 other suspected cases from the Lagos State Hospital are also presently admitted and quarantined while undergoing confirmatory laboratory tests. 2 days after the gruesome murder of 12 people at the St. Philip's Catholic Church in Ozubulu, Anambra State, residents of the community are still living in fear. The fear that the unknown gunmen may return. Today, another victim who sustained serious injuries in the attack has been confirmed dead, increasing the death toll to 13. Families of affected victims are still grieving over the death of their loved ones and are calling on government to properly secure the area and fish out the perpetrators. When Channels Television crew visited Ozubulu, most shops were under lock and key, leaving a community looking deserted, even with the heavy presence of security operatives.
My wife, my sister, my 2 kids, they went at hospital.
The anguish of a man going through a life-shattering emotional period. Misery is written all over the faces of the family who have just lost 2 of its members. They are not alone. Other members of the Ozubulu community share this pain because they are also exposed to the agony of loss.
Almost every family in this community share the pain one way or the other. It's not your cousin, your daughter-in-law. So anger is everywhere.
The shock of the shooting at St. Philip's Catholic Church on the 6th of August, in which 12 people died, still vibrates through the community. The people, though downcast, are slowly coming to terms with their fate. This man had plans for his daughter's future, but all that has changed.
I'm unhappy about what is happening. That we cannot fight God. All my prayer is that let God approve those people that did these things on Sunday.
At the hospital, the death of one of the 22 rushed here dampened the excitement of recovery of the others. The chief medical director briefed on the condition.
2 people have been discharged. Unfortunately, we lost one who had a woman who had multiple gunshot injuries in the chest and abdomen. She was operated upon, but the injuries were quite severe and multiple. That she eventually succumbed some hours after the surgery. Others are recuperating.
Since the incident, there has been a heavy presence of security agents. Going by the fear the experience has left in the minds of the people here, the police are welcome to stay for as long as they want, until those behind this are brought to book and they can feel safe again.
And to some politics now, let's join Gloria Umezuke from our Abuja studios. Hello, Gloria.
Hello, Millicent. National leaders of the People's Democratic Party have read the Riot Act to members who refuse to reconcile, and the warning is for them to either embrace reconciliation or be expelled from the party. The warning is directed to members who worked against the party during its 14 months leadership tussle. A disciplinary committee headed by Professor Tommy Kimmy has also been inaugurated. The committee is saddled with the powers to expel members who refuse to explore internal mechanisms to resolve their differences.
Reconciliation vis-à-vis discipline. We know that we are going into a non-elected convention. There are some states with parallel organs. We are talking to them to reconcile and give us unified delegate list. We also look hard on anybody who is going to be quick to go to court without exhausting the procedures stipulated in the party of exhausting internal organs to resolve disputes and other things like that.
It is clear to me and clear to members of my committee that it is a very important item of the agenda of our party that we must instill discipline amongst ourselves. Let me give assurance that we are not here to bring down anybody. It will be an open playing field, and we shall do our job scrupulously within the law. We as a disciplinary committee will work closely with the Reconciliation Committee to ensure that we make it easy for all the members of our party who left this party to come back to the PDP.
Well, one would think that after the Supreme Court delivered its judgment last month on the leadership of the People's Democratic Party, the problems of the party would be over. But now it appears that there are more challenges. The Southwest chapter of the party is currently in a battle of supremacy, a situation that may throw the Saturday's convention into a crisis. Governor Ayodele Fayose is leading a group, while Senator Burji Kashamu leads the other. Our political correspondent, Shehu Kimbaloye, reports.
One after the other, they make their way into the room. PDP heavyweights, not only in the Southwest region, but definitely nationally. The Southwest region of the PDP has always been a battleground. Since the end of the turbulent legal battle, leaders are seeking ways to unite the party that has been divided sharply into two. But as you look around, some major faces are clearly missing here. Some may call him the factional chairman of the PDP in the Southwest. Chief Ediola Faso is clear on the mission of the leaders here.
They desecrated the land. They made our people suffer for nothing. They sponsor political terrorism. Part of the reason why we are sitting here today is to begin to look for the way forward for the Southwest.
The only governor of the PDP in the region, Mr. Ayodele Fayose, aside coming hard on some of his opponents in the party within the region, also came for the ruling party, the APC.
I am not going to be among those that will continue to tell the APC that they are good parties. I will go to meet some PDP governors and be saying, you try. I said, you try.
That meeting over in Ibadan, Oyo State. In Lagos, the Senator Buruji Kashamu group is angry. They have called some of their members to this press conference. For them, trouble looms to what they say is a clear breach of the law and the manner in which Governor Fayose is handling the situation, especially as a party convention is just days away.
The authentic zonal leadership also notes the concern, the attempt by some persons to continue to fan the embers of discord within our party in the Southwest. We unequivocally condemn the hostile, authoritarian, and destabilizing activities of Ekiti State Governor Ayo Fayose.
The fear is what may happen at the crucial party's national convention on Saturday.
We give full support to the new leadership. All we are saying is that PDP should be one, it should be inclusive. If we are looking for new members, must anybody be talking of expelling existing members? It is lunacy. But then, we know that many politicians are on the lunatic fringe in this country, unfortunately.
The PDP is set for another test of character, which Saturday will put the party again on the spotlight on how politically mature it has come in handling seemingly difficult internal party issues. Shunwa Kimaloye, reporting for Channels Television News.
Governor Willie Obiano of Anambra State is insisting that the 2018 governorship election in the state will go ahead as scheduled. Well, speaking against the backdrop of the threat by the indigenous people of Biafra that they will not allow any election to hold in the state, Governor Obiano says the Independent National Electoral Commission has the final say on the election. Well, he was speaking when he visited the head office of the All Progressives Grand Alliance in Abuja to pick his nomination form. The governor expresses confidence that he would emerge victorious at the polls because of what he has achieved over the past 3 years.
There will be election in Anambra. Of course, nobody can stop election in Anambra when INEC has already mapped out timetable and what have you. We will not even allow anybody to do that, to stop election in Anambra State. We will not allow it so long as INEC approves that. What do I want to do for Anambra during my second term? Very critical. It is to institutionalize the great achievements I have already made in the first 3.5 years. By that I mean, you see, by the time I leave office in the next 4.5 years, Anambra will be like Lagos. They will be self-sufficient revenue-wise, and therefore, whatever comes from Abuja will be using our local balance, Jara, So that's the whole objective. We're doing that in agriculture, in trade and commerce, in oil and gas industrialization. Our airports will be up and running in 3 years. These are all within my administration's period, and the things we are doing under our enablers will be going on: education, health.
When the news at 10 returns, we will be joined by the spokesman of the People's Democratic Party's Caretaker Committee, Mr. Dayo Adeyeye. Join us after the break.